Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you, and back by popular demand, I thought it'd be funny to react with something else. But this time we're going to stick with like American military commercials versus Swedish military commercials. And I've often found that we have very different reaction and relationship to the militaries. And so I'm going to watch this first, and then I'm going to go in and kind of give you my feelings on the difference and just patriotism in general between Sweden and the United States, and kind of talk about this. So I hope you guys like it. But we're just going to go ahead and watch this one. I'm just going to make sure I'm recording. I'm still new at all this. And my studio is coming, guys. I'm in my studio now. I kind of have it set so I can do some things on my computer and other things. Still be some interesting things in the background. I just haven't gotten there yet, but I will quite soon. So let's get into it. All right, America. Yeah, this is typical American military commercial. So, during the Iraq War, I felt like a lot of these commercials were a bit propaganda, but I respect people in the military, so I just want to make that clear. But as far as the commercials go, very big music, very big music. The few, the proud, the Marines. I've heard this so much, this slogan, what they've done with this. And Marines typically are one of the first ones to go into combat, like when we would invade Iraq. You see a lot of heavy combat as well. And as you can see, just looking at this commercial, it's all about honor, integrity. And I think part of this comes from the fact that Sweden really hasn't had a lot of conflicts that they've dealt with. They did help us when we were in Afghanistan. I'm not sure about Iraq, but I know definitely Afghanistan. They have lost people in service, and that's all interesting. But as far as this goes, what I've always noticed is that American military commercials tend to really play on your emotions about being a hero. You know, in America, we are always thanking our servicemen, we're always calling them heroes, and we're always honoring them. My problem with some of it is that I feel like some of it becomes political. So, for example, we used to never have the national anthem during football, American football. And then we started having it, and then Colin Kaepernick was doing his thing. He spoke to his servicemen and asked if it was okay to kneel. The servicemen really suggested that that was the best way to not stand for the flag, but still be respectful to the servicemen and to the country, basically, but show that something is still messed up. So it was a sign of protest. And people just lost their minds. They were so upset he couldn't play, and then suddenly the BLM movement became popular or cool, and then every corporation and company was like, "Hey, I stand with this, I stand with that," which I think is a good thing. But at the same time, I was just like weary of it. I'm like, come on, you're just doing it because it's the popular thing to do. But anyways, it gets to a point where I don't like that it's used for political motivation. And if I don't, if you're a politician, you have to have like a flag pin on or how you do things, and it's a bit sensational. But I respect servicemen, so I just want to make that part clear. If you served in the military, I do respect that. It's just that maybe I don't agree with like 99.9% of the conflicts that the United States has been in, and I think it's always a shame that it's always the rich and elite that get into conflicts. Even if you look at like what's happening in Russia and Ukraine right now, it's easily to see that it's always like rich old like white men making decisions that affect all the young. It's so sad what happened in like World War I, World War II. I think about how many future scientists, like future leaders, died because we couldn't find a way to get along. But anyways, let's go to the Swedish one. Okay. Okay. lots. We're seeing real things happening, real conflicts. We're seeing the actual horrors of war. What I like about this commercial so much more, just so we can be clear here, is this is an honest commercial about war is. You know, when you talk to real soldiers that have seen combat, and my grandfather, who was a veteran, always said to me, be wary of people that tell you everything they did and how big of a hero they were or what they did during war and conflict, because in most cases they didn't do anything, because he always said people that actually did stuff don't want to talk about it. It wasn't fun. War, there is no honor in war. I'm not saying that the people that are fighting, there's honor there, but it's not fun. It's a horrible thing. It should be a last minute thing. And it stinks that in our society and just the way we are as humans, we can never really make change without it, it seems. We can't find a way to use our words or move forward as a society, and it's a sad thing to see. And so what I like about this commercial is it's actually honest. And here in Sweden, the military is respected, right? But they do it in a way that's not political as much. I mean, all governments, militaries are going to have political sides of it, but it's honest. They are respected. It is seen as a job, but it's not then used as a political pawn or to say one thing. Because in America, we care about our soldiers until they actually come back from conflict, and then we don't do anything. I mean, if you look at homeless, for example, like so many homeless are veterans. We do a terrible job of taking care of our own people. During the Iraq War conflict, of what I saw, there were so many people that I never met someone that came back from Iraq that I knew before that came back without some kind of issues, without some kind of problems that they deal with for the rest of their life, whether it's PTSD or other things. And it's important to remember that. When I was younger, I really wanted to join the military more than anything in America. I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. That was my main goal. And then I shifted because I was really into music. I'm actually very thankful of that, because I just feel like it must be so difficult to see what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan, for example, and to realize that it was all for naught. It was all waste. And I don't know how I could deal with that mentally. And I feel like a lot of people are struggling with that. And it's not their fault. They did the honorable thing. They were brave. They believed in their country. And then it's sadly just a consequence of the military-industrial complex that Dwight Eisenhower warned us of a while ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this one. I mean, I don't enjoy, I guess, the sadness of it, but I thought this was deep and important. So if you like this type of content, please go ahead. And also, you can also suggest something below. I'm not going to react all the time, but I just think it'd be fun to do every once in a while. I get an extra video out. And for me, I get to learn some stuff too. Even though I knew this already, like as far as like how people are here in Sweden with the military compared to the US, it's nice to actually show it, see it, and then talk about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hej då!